Hello and welcome back to my video. About this video we will speak about the part number 8 in the project called Family Organizer, and today I will show how we can validate all the fields when we have the adult, if you have 2 adults, if you have 1 child, one child and 1 pet here. That's the plan for today, and let's beginning so we can starting the validation. When you have your editor here, the first we want to do is creating the JavaScript file called validation, and inside this we want to copy the model export, and then we are ready. Let's go down for the configuration here, and the first field we want to validate, it should be your family name. We don't have bind this to anything, so let's bind it to the field. We probably want to change this later, but for now it's fine. We want to bind it to family, not family data but family name, and we're going down and put it inside here. And then we want to validate here to false, and then we are almost ready. We can go up here and we need a field called required, just this one, and then we want to counter to 90. It's meaning the fields here, it's having 90, so if we just filling it out here, you can see when you passed 90 it will be red, but we don't get any errors right now, so that's what we want to do now. We want to include the validation, so we want to say validation from assets, and then JavaScript, and then validation. And we're going down to it here and say this is the same. The first function, the validation rule we want to build here, it should be for the family name. So let's count it up here to say the rules, and the rules we want to use, it's family name, and then we're going inside the validation here and create the rule. You will see this is the array, and you have 1 rule for each line, and the first we want to build here, it's the value you get inside should be different from nothing. And then we will say your family name required. Let's going back here to the browser, and if I'm going away, it should be your family name is required. Now you're thinking, could we do this in the file directly and then save this validation JavaScript file? Yes, you can do this. I will show you that, and if we save it, it will doing the same. But the idea with to have it in a separately JavaScript file will be you can reuse your validation. So if you need a page where you can edit the family name, you can just put the validation inside, and you don't need to create a new validation rule again. And if you change the rule for the specific field, then you need to change the validation 2 places or 3 places. So that's why I prefer to use a file here to do this. Let's go inside again and create 1 more. And this time we need the length. if it's below, if it's over the 90. It's true so long it's below 90. Else it will be error, and we'll say your family must be less than 90 characters. And if we reload it inside here and we're going up here, you can see nothing happening right now. And if we continue, now it's triggered directly, and it should be below the 90, and now it's 90. So this part is working, so that's perfect. This one should only be triggered when it's true. So let's go back and add one rule more for the configuration here. We're going up for the form. We have it here, and what we need in the form, it's the ref, and in the ref we need call it form. Oops. And then we want to bind this to valid. And we're going down to say here valid. It's default for true, I think. Yes, and then we going inside to this. Yes, false, I guess. Let's test this. I'm not 100% sure right now. I think I forgot this part when I'm testing. I've pressed the button. If it's valid, and press the button. So let's go up here and say valid should be true, maybe. Then we have this between the valid, and we want to copy this. I just place it down here in the comments. I think we need to use this later. Let's go in here. Yeah, you can see now the field here is correct, and press here, and nothing here, it's correct. But if someone bypass it, let's say it should be false. No. And here you can see the value is not correct. So let's continue for the next step. This will be the agreed. Should be having a rule now. So let's adding the rule for the agreement. In this I will just say required. I think that will be enough. No, this will not be enough. And then we have the rule. And we set this in, and let's put this inside. Down here. Do you and when you agreed, that's perfect. So now it's working, and we are basically ready to go inside for the add-ons. So let's go inside. And as you see here, I only need this to be sure it's correct fill out. I will not make a rule for this because it doesn't make sense in this case. We'll go down here to copy this, make a new line, going for add-ons, put it inside, and then we have the validation here. The validation we can copy it from the previous configuration here, and going up, and we have it here, and going for the add-ons and up add-on names. We don't need this one, and let's say add-ons, and then we need to the name, and then we need to go inside here, add-ons name, and then we have the validation for the name, and but just copy this one, name required, that's fine. And now we need a ginger. I will use this as a default one. Let's do this with the adult too and call it full name. It will be easier to recognize. And we will copy this, birthday, and copy this to the relationship, and for the mail here we need for the email. So yeah, let's just copy this. When change your birthday, relationship, email. Change your birthday, relationship, and email. And then we only need one thing more for the email, and it's making a regular expression. So what we do here is say anything before an @ sign and anything after, and then it should contain with a dot, and then it should have something after, and then we test it here with the content. If it's correct, then everything is fine, else we need to say email must be valid. Let's see about the email. Okay, we have you can see the email doesn't. Now it's perfectly. Family member will receive the mail. That's the, yeah, of course, that's the hint we have built before, yeah, sorry. And you can see the relationship, and the name should be here, and the gender, and the birthday, and everything is fine. And now we can continue and make configuration. The next thing we want to do is the pet and the child. So let's going back here. Just yes. Let's going back here to the kit, and it's pretty easy now because now we have all the stuff we want. I just need enters here to. So what we want to do down here, it's import this one to childs, and I can just go inside here and find the data, and going up here to, I just take one, that's fine, this one, and going down for the email here, yeah, and then relationship, the birthday, gender, and the name, full name, and gender, and the birthday, and the relationship, and the email, and that's correct. And I think if you have a child here, everything is working. And then we have the relationship, the king, child. Yeah, everything here is working perfectly. Now we only need the pet, and that's the last thing, and then we are done with the validation. Whoops, sorry, that's the wrong project. And then we're going inside here. Now we're just going inside here one more time and put it inside, and the validation should going down here. But now we have a little bit different because the pet doesn't have an email, and we have a type of the pet. But let's just copy this inside. It's the same techniques we use, so I'll just copy this one inside. And the name, yes, full name, that's fine. And the type, pet type, let's call it this, so we have it, and then we have a gender, and the birthday. The only thing we need now is the pet type. We can say pet name, because it could be some difference we want to play with later, we don't know. So the full name, I'll just copy this and put it down here. In this case, I want to build here to say name, and the birthday, no, not the birthday, it was the type. Pet name and pet type required, and then go back for the pet, say pet name and pet type. Let's see how it reacts when we reload it. One pet here, and that's correct. My dog is name is Storm, and he is a dog. It's a French bulldog. I love him, and he is a male. And the birthday I cannot remember, and that's silly. But I know it's some back in the time. So I think it's he is around 6 or 7 years. So it's something like 2012 and 2030 maybe. I can't remember, and yeah, that's fine. And we put everything, and yeah, that's I'm a male, and I have 21, and yeah, relationship. I am the king, and this is my email, and the king family. That's fine. In this case, I'm ready to create it. So the validation is working perfectly, and I hope you enjoy and you learn more about the validation in Vuetify. And that's my plan for this video today. And like always, you can download my source code on GitHub, and I hope you want to follow me on GitHub. And then of course I hope you want to follow my channel here on YouTube, so you can get more videos from me. You can subscribe just going in the right corner of this video and press on the link below, and then make a comment if you have any questions. And I hope you hit the like button and share button for this video. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.